Guys, I have to do Zoom and Games videos, but first I thought I would do a vlog because there's a lot of stuff on my mind right now, like a ton. And I want to share it with you guys, of course, because you guys are very important to me, and you guys are kind of like my diary and everything. So the first thing today was I had a conference call with my boss at Zoom and Games, who is named Robert, who is he's really cool. There's two guys that work on Zoom and Games. It's basically like their baby, those two guys. And then there's the voiceover lady, which I'm sure you guys have heard a lot in a lot of the videos, like the top 5 videos and stuff. If you go to youtube.com/zoomandgames, that is one of the places I do videos for, gaming-wise. And, they've decided that I'm not gonna be the host for the news anymore. And they swear up and down that it's not because, like, people hate on the fact that I have cleavage or whatever, or because people say things like, you know, I can't focus on the news with all these boobs, you know, like, Tara needs to cover herself up so I can focus on gaming news and stuff like that. They think it's because I'm here in the US and they're in the Netherlands, and when they get the news and write the news up, I have to like do the video and then send it back to them, and they would rather do it in-house with the voiceover lady because then it won't be like 2 days later than the news actually came out. It'll be more up to the minute, which I completely understand, so I'm like, okay, that's cool. And I still have the my Tara show and my boobies. I still have my Tara show and my boobies. I still have the shopping guide, which is like what new games are coming out and when and stuff like that. So I'm not too sad about it, but I feel a little bit sad about it, like just a little bit. I feel like I'm gonna be missing something in my life, and even though it's like a lot less work for me, I still feel kind of sad. I'm sure you guys can understand that. The next thing is that I actually spent the time to make my eyebrows and my makeup like flawless today. And of course, my stupid eyelashes always go on different, so it looks like I have 2 different sized eyes or something. Putting on fake eyelashes is that was weird. Putting on fake eyelashes is like the hardest thing to do fucking ever. I contoured my face, I made everything all pretty, but putting on eyelashes just ruined the whole fucking thing, which is fine because I'm usually lazy as fuck when it comes to makeup. Let's turn this around so I can lay on the floor, because I like laying on the floor. I also still need to vacuum, so don't hate. But, this is not the right way to lay to look normal. There we go. So yeah, another thing that's really on my mind has been bothering me a lot lately is, okay, well, first of all, you guys said, like, last video, you're like, we really appreciate you sharing a lot, but if you're gonna share everything. Don't leave us in suspense. And I can't, in good conscience, do that because there's, like, let's say that married guy or something. If I was to name him and give the details might give out exactly who that person is, and the name could, like, basically slander them and get them in trouble. So I have to think about other people. I'm completely open with everything that's going on with me, but if it implicates someone else, I can't be just like giving out 100% of information. It's just something I can't do out of respect for the, you know, third party or second party involved, if that makes any sense. So I promise you guys I will always give you as much as I possibly can. Sometimes that'll be less, sometimes that'll be more, but I'm always gonna do my best to share everything I possibly can with you guys because I feel like an open book. I feel like I can tell you guys anything. I feel like I get great feedback from you guys, and I love having these kind of like one-sided conversations where I'm like, oh, you guys said this last week in the comments, so I want to reply to that and make sure you guys understand me, or you guys misunderstood me, or thanks a lot for the advice, blah, blah, blah. This week, I can name names, because it's not about sex, it's not slanderous, it's not that dramatic or anything. But I'm having problems with Wesley, the guy I've been playing a lot of Magic and a lot of Super Mario Brothers and a lot of Hearthstone, a lot of streaming. If you've watched my stream, or anything on my gaming channel, you've seen Wesley. I've been having problems with him as his ideals for what a friend should be are not at all aligned with mine. And it's very hurtful to me that he doesn't understand that. He's also friends with my roommate, and we spend a lot of time, us 3, together. But, okay, for instance, he told a bunch of my friends behind my back that he doesn't have the heart to tell me I'm bad at Magic while I was playing. Like, that made me feel so, like, pathetic. There's one thing to be like, walk up to me in front of me and be like, oh my god, Tara, you're so bad, and like make jokes and like troll me and stuff. I love that kind of thing. I love to be able to talk shit to my friends and they talk shit back, and I can take it and I can deal it, and that's completely fine. But to say it in such a way that makes me feel like I'm so pathetic and that he doesn't respect me, and that, like, he doesn't respect me as a person who can take criticism, and that he's not trying to help me and rather he's just lying to me, felt really bad. And he didn't get why that is a bad thing to do. The next thing that happened was, I guess there was some kind of slight confrontation. Now, you guys don't know my roommate very well because he doesn't want to be on camera very much, but he's a guy that likes to troll people, and he's a manly guy. So sometimes when he trolls people, he offends them, or they think he's being too aggressive or something. But like, all of our good friends love him and think he's hilarious, and he's a great guy, and he means well, and he's actually a lot nicer of a person than I am. I actually don't believe in just being nice to people out of the necessity to be nice and respecting people when you don't know them at all. I'm not really like that. I think respect should be warranted in some way. So if someone does something to me that I don't like, they'll know about it. And I'm very blunt, and I'm very open, and I'm very honest and very real with everything that goes on with my life. Wesley is very pleasant and believes in niceness over everything, and a lot of his friends are very fake, in my opinion, or their personalities. They're very like they would talk a lot of shit behind people's backs, but be very pleasant to people's faces, and that's something that I don't like at all or respect. So, when my roommate kind of got in a confrontation with someone at the card shop, because he thought he was going to get a game loss because he accidentally played the wrong opponent, because the opponent's first name, there were two Tims, but he played the wrong Tim. So basically that's what's going on. And they were saying, okay, you played the wrong guy, you guys might get a game loss. And my roommate was up there, and he was like saying how they need to have table numbers because that makes more sense, so people aren't just like calling out each other's names and it's chaos, which you can or cannot agree with at a card shop. You kind of want to, if you have more than like 10 people, you're going to have like places where people can meet up, so that you're not just screaming, hey, who's Tara? Hey, who's Wesley? Like, that makes no fucking sense, and it becomes chaos, and I don't like it when a card shop does that, but Jay especially doesn't like it, especially if he feels like it's the card shop's fault that he might get a game loss because that wasn't implemented into the card shop, into the card shop's, like, proceedings and stuff. Basically just, like, fight for a chair and try to yell for your guy. It's like, anyway, so he goes up to the, shop place, and he might have been a little bit argumentative, but he might have not been, and he kind of comes off that way without actually being that way, because like I said, he's kind of got an overbearing voice and a manly voice, and he likes to be sarcastic and stuff like that, which there's nothing wrong with that. Most people think he's hilarious. Now, Wesley comes up and starts disagreeing with him and telling him to calm down and stuff in front of the card shop owner guy. And Jay gets pissed off about that because, first of all, if you're friends with someone, you don't ever, like, disagree with them when they're having a passionate conversation in public. Like, you might pull your friend aside later and be like, hey, I don't really agree with the way you handled things earlier. And that's fine. But to make your friend look stupid in public against someone who you don't consider to be as close of a friend, to me is just so wrong. Like, I have been known to be mean to people sometimes. Like, there was a argument I got in at the airport where some guy wanted me to check my my carry-on luggage because he said it was too big, but I had traveled with that luggage 1,000 times and I had some very valuable things in it that I didn't want broken or misplaced. So I was like, no. And then we got in an argument and I started yelling at the guy and calling him a fucking idiot, and he's da-da-da-da. Like, I was really mean because sometimes I get really mean. That's just who I am. I don't hold back my emotions, like, at all. I'm not that kind of person. And my roommate hates it when I cause a scene, like, so much. He, like, wants to keep peace. Like, he'll be condescending to a person, but he's never gonna, like, get angry or anything like that. And he didn't say anything. But later he was like, can you please not do that? That was really embarrassing for me, and it felt really uncomfortable. And, like, that's the way you're supposed to handle it. But to me, when I really care about a friend, I will do anything in public for them. I will do whatever they want me to do. I will stick up for your friend even when I know, like, I'll stick up for a friend even when I know they're wrong. Because that's just what you do as a friend. That you have their back, And I guess to Wesley that doesn't make any sense. He was like, well, I thought Jay was being an asshole, which in the first place means that he doesn't understand how Jay is as a person, because myself and, like, even the 15-year-old kid that we hang out with, Brandon, like, understands that that's just you know, Jay having a conversation and disagreeing with someone, not Jay yelling and being belligerent to someone. And it just doesn't make any sense that Wesley doesn't have the same sentiment for friendship that I do, and it hurts me a lot because I feel like there's no way we can proceed and become closer friends. So that's the big thing that's going on right now, and every time I try to explain this to Wesley, I get a little bit heated about it, and he probably just thinks I'm like some Nazi tyrant that like is trying to tell him what to do and like doesn't want any kind of peace whatsoever. But to me, it's just like you're supposed to stick up for your friend. Like nobody likes Wesley. Let's just put it that way. He's really loud. He's really condescending to people in the magic shop because he's really good at magic, and a lot of people are really bad at magic. And he doesn't respect people who aren't good at magic if he doesn't see any other redeeming qualities in them. So he's kind of hated among all of the card shops that we go to. But I would stick up for him to my last breath because I care about him and consider him a friend. And I don't feel he would do the same to me. And that, to myself or to Jay, and that makes me sad, you know? I don't know. So I think I've ranted enough about this. It's been 11 minutes. I will talk to you guys later. Do you like my perfect eyebrows? They're so perfect. Oh my god. And my nice cheekbones. Oh my god. I have to do Zune videos, and it's like 6 o'clock. Yeah. Bye. Oh, I also might not be going to Gamescom because I'm a good friend. Let's just put it at that. We'll see when it gets closer to the time the Gamescom is coming around, but I've decided that at this point I probably won't be going because it coincides with another really important date. So yeah. To all you German men out there that wanted to get to know me and molest and all the things that I would enjoy, definitely, I probably won't see you guys this year. You know what I was excited the most about going to Germany? Buying boxes of magic cards in German, because German magic cards don't ship here. Spanish magic cards ship here, Italian magic cards ship here, Japanese and Chinese magic cards ship here. Fucking German cards don't ship here. It's the only one where you can't just like buy it in a shop that has a lot of surplus or something, or buy it at a vendor, because they just don't ship here for some reason, which makes no sense. It makes sense maybe that Spanish cards would be here because, you know, South America is connected to us and all that, and it's not a different continent, but like, really? You have Chinese and Japanese cards shipping here? Like, what is it in like higher demand? Like, you don't want to be able to buy Garrick Rufer der Biesten in any shop? That doesn't make any sense to me. It makes me sad. So yeah, guys, I gotta go do things. But thanks for watching, and I hope you guys like my beautiful eyebrows. Oh my god, they're so beautiful. Like, oh my god, my everything is so well kept today, except for these fucking eyelashes that make things imperfect. I don't like imperfection. I'm gonna take a thumbnail. I should probably take a thumbnail sitting on the green screen place so that, you know, titties and things. One sec. Titties and things. Okay. I don't know. Okay, bye guys.